Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, November 16th, and got a pretty busy 24 to 36 hours coming up, and we're going to see plenty of rain, wind, and maybe even some thunderstorms tonight into early Saturday morning. The cold air will rush in. Then we could see some snow showers possibly by later in the day, and it looks like some areas could pick up quite a bit of rain. Most areas will see between a ½ inch to an inch of rain, and that'll bring our two event total from Wednesday right through Sunday to at least 1.0 to 1.4 inches. And again, southeast lower Michigan over into southwest Ontario, you can see amounts pushing 2 inches. These average numbers for the 13 stations combined may be just a little bit on the conservative side, and we'll see how that pans out. Winds also will be a big story with gusts to 40 to 45 miles per hour. Could see some wind advisories across parts of the state, especially tomorrow when the cold air actually moves in and the barometric pressure will begin to rise rapidly from the lows. That could create quite a wind gradient that again may cause some very gusty winds. Snow showers again move in behind the storm, but nothing significant as it looks right now. Our normals for the day, our climate data is 47 for a high today, normal low is 30, and you can see so far for the month of November we're at negative 1.2 degrees below normal. Yesterday's high was 42, a chilly low of 30. No precipitation across the Breckenridge area, and you can see since midnight no precipitation across southern lower Michigan into southwest Ontario. And current temperatures you can see are mainly in the upper 20s to low 30s, pretty chilly out there. And if we look at the forecasted rainfall amounts, again, this is where I'm forecasting it by Sunday. This is where I think the average of all 13 stations will be. Currently our 13 station average is 44/100ths of an inch. So again, with another ½ inch to an inch, we should be well within that range. And you can see some of the areas and how much rain they have, and then that average of 44/100ths. And if we look at temperatures around the state today, temperatures in the low 30s across the southern portions of the state and some of the interior sections of lower Michigan down into the low 20s, and especially for places like Gaylord and Grayling are normally cold spots as well. And on the radar you can see some light activity moving into the state. Again, a lot of this is pretty weak, and I don't expect a whole lot from this areas that moves through, maybe a few hundredths of an inch, maybe a tenth, but probably less than a tenth, maybe a few hundredths in most areas. We'll wait for the cold front to come in with the warm air and moisture coming up from the Gulf. We should have a pretty solid line of pretty significant rain here move in by late in the day and especially into tonight. As far as the weather map this morning, you can see areas of low pressure off to our west, and again with high pressure off to our east, that's pumping up the warm and moist air into the system. And again, that'll break out some showers, maybe some thunderstorms from around the Tri-Cities onto the south. Best chance will be once you get down towards Lansing and south and over into southwest Ontario. That's where we expect the heaviest rainfall as well. And if we put the map into motion by tomorrow, that low pressure system now moving up and into Illinois, it'll be tracking across the state. The cold front will move through, and that'll bring us some gusty snow showers during the day on Saturday. But again, we're not expecting any significant accumulation. And by Sunday, that system zips off to the east. A little bit of lake effect snow showers maybe early in the day. I think most of the MAC-LAC area will see mainly just partly sunny skies, and it'll definitely be on the cool side. As far as precipitation here, over the next 48 hours, you can see a lot of heavy rainfall across areas like St. Thomas and London, down to Tupperville, and maybe down into southeast lower Michigan up to 1.5 inches. And most of the rest of the area will see between 1/2 inch to as much as 1.25 inches in some areas. Again, I'm calling for a ½ inch to an inch additional on top of what we had, but again, amounts could be heavier than my forecast. And as far as the forecast goes, you can see those showers and thunderstorms will move in here for later on today into tonight, maybe a mix of snow later on the day on Sunday, with highs today in the low 40s, mid 40s for Saturday. You can see nearly 100% chance of rain for tonight into tomorrow, and then we'll get some partly sunny skies as we go into early next week, with temperatures recovering back into the mid 40s by the time we get to Tuesday. And we'll keep an eye on some colder air coming in for around Thanksgiving Day as well. And as far as weather watch goes out there, gale warnings across much of the Great Lakes. We have winter weather advisories for portions of Minnesota back into eastern North Dakota. But again, not a whole lot going on right now, but things will certainly be picking up over the next couple of weeks, as I see a very active pattern beginning once we get past next week again, with more storms and more cold air. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.